Okay, all right, day 2 of the story brand. I don't know what this is called. I don't even know what it's called. The guide training. It's 4 days. The first 2 days, we're in a huge room with everybody who are here for the guide program and to learn the story brand framework. And I apologize, I didn't get much video footage yesterday. Now that I kind of understand the flow, know what's happening, and it was just a ton of teaching and a lot of sitting down and learning. It was good. So I have a couple takeaways to share. Number 1, hotel coffee is nasty, but I'm still drinking it. Number 2, even though I've been doing the story brand framework for the last couple years, I learned some things yesterday. And I also learned that as I am thinking through my own side hustle with Brand Your Practice, I realized that Brand Your Practice is kind of its own thing. And I need to start thinking about, and Brand Your Practice is still gonna exist, but what about Brent Stutzman, the brand, Brent Stutzman, the story brand guide, Brent Stutzman, whatever. So it's been kind of this really interesting thought experiment, and it's been really challenging. But the really cool thing is I got all these people sitting around me who've been thinking about branding and marketing as well, and I can just bounce those ideas off of them, and they've been helping me write some copy for it. I want to leave you with, before I head off to breakfast, one thing I want to leave you guys all with. This is really helpful. I actually haven't thought about this very much before, but so every movie has a character that has an aspirational identity. That is, what do they want to become? What do they want to be? What do they want others to see about them? Yeah, another one I like to think about is, what identity jacket do you want to be wearing? Like, what identity do you want to be putting on? And so movies do this all the time, but we do it to ourselves all the time. We want to be known as something. If it's your business, you want to be known as the best plumbers, or the best child therapists, or the best lawyer, or like even get more specific, the best trial lawyer, or the best dentist, or the best pediatrician, you name it. That's how you want to be perceived, and you might want to be perceived by others that way. Not just the best, but the most kind, or the most generous, or the most thoughtful. That's the aspirational identity. That's one. The other thing can just be like, I want to be a better dad. I want to be a more present dad. I want to be with my kids more. And so the aspirational identity for business owners can really look like, I want to have this fantastic business, but I don't want it to have a control my entire life where I'm a terrible dad. I actually want to invest in my kids as well. And as a brander or marketer, I know I can come alongside them and say, yeah, you can actually achieve that. I can help clarify your message so well that you don't have to worry about new clients, because if we get this branding right, you're going to have a pipeline full of new clients, a pipeline of business for you to be doing. So you don't have to take your work home at night. Your business doesn't have to dominate the dinner conversation. It doesn't have to dominate conversations with your wife or your spouse or your husband. You actually can leave a little bit, you can leave it at work, and you can be fully present with your family at your kids' baseball games, at their soccer games, at the dinner table, whatever it might be, on the weekends. You could actually take family vacations, but it actually starts with getting your branding and marketing right. It begins with clarifying your message, clarifying what your business does. So when that customer that you want to attract, when they land on your website, when they read your emails, they're like, yes, I want to work with that brand. I want to work with that business. So aspirational identity, I think it's really powerful, and I'm going to lean into more of that. Before I get back to the Story Brand conference, I need to finish my own brand script. So I'm gonna write down some thoughts, because they have some coaches that walk around and put little sticky notes on it, say like, come see me, like come to the principal's office, you need to get, you know, whatever. They're not like that. It's a really cool community of folks. So, all right, I'm gonna get to that, and then I'm gonna go to breakfast. Nashville is booming. They say there's 110 people moving into Nashville every day. 110 people moving into Nashville every day. That's 3,000 people a month, which I imagine for this small town is a lot. And also makes sense why there's so much construction going on all the time. Like, that's a new construction there. There's food trucks here every morning. These scooters are all over town. You could just like rent them. You could just hit the, you know, whatever, and the electric scooter, you can just go. You see people zipping all over town with those.